Namaste, beautiful beings. This is Belinda Pearl, and welcome to this cosmic update, this cosmic channeling session. Tomorrow we have Capricorn full moon. Capricorn full moon from a Western perspective. Capricorn generally brings us foundational things, structures being looked at. Full moons typically ask you to release. Also, take an action. So what action do you want to take? Mercury is back in direct motion, so that's good. So we've been freed from this reviewing situation, and if things have been held back, like things in the pipeline, like contracts and communications, now that should start to stream forward. Though we do have Jupiter is now in retrograde, but that's a good thing because Jupiter in retrograde is a positive sign. It really helps us look within and expand our boundaries from within. It brings the guru within instead of looking so much outside of ourselves. From a Vedic perspective, the moon is in Sagittarius, which goes with Jupiter in retrograde, which is helping us expand our boundaries again and learn something new. What is it that you want to learn that you've been really like trying to get to do, but the world has been stopping you, and now it's time for you to make a choice or take that leap of faith. Maybe it's time for you to learn something new. Do that. It's good for your brain too to learn something new. But from a Vedic perspective, the moon is in the nakshatra of Mula. Mula is about these roots. It's the foundation of our being. It's called the root star, but it's also where it's placed in the sky. It's very connected to the swirling black hole that's at the central part of our galaxy. And it's said that it brings in spiritual evolution or spiritual insight. So this will be very sort of spiritual, insightful full moon. So see what's being called for you to really step into. Maybe learning something new is actually taking time to get out of your head and to connect to something spiritual. So I'm going to do a little reading with the cards and see what the oracle has to offer in here. So take a moment to close your eyes and connect with your breath. Breathing is always good. Life force energy. Remembering that we are alive. Giving us reasons to be thankful for. What are you thankful for? What is happening in your life that you can truly be thankful for? And even if it's just the last piece of toast in the fridge, bread in the fridge, maybe that's good. Maybe that's just being grateful for that, what you have, the small amounts. We don't have to have everything, get so attached to the world. I think this time, this life is teaching us to be unattached, to detach from the things that we think that we need and rather be in this present moment and realize all we need is our breath, our joy, our happiness, our inner peace. So what brings you that joy, inner peace? Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Just settle into the space and see what guidance has to offer us. Like this. It says, eternal union. The numbers on the card are reminding us that we have everything we need. It's all in our hands, all in our pockets, all in our bags. We don't have to get anything new. It's teaching us that through life's experiences, we get to become a teacher for ourselves or to those closest to us, and that we can learn from our life experiences. It's also telling us that it's time for transformation, and in order for us to be transformed, maybe we can bring in a new mind, a new mindset, reset the mindset. It says eternal union. We're never separate. This is like the delusion that we have in this world, is that we're separate from the universe, and the universe is out there, and this is us here by ourselves. But in fact, we are in this eternal union. It's internally and it's externally. It's always happening around us, the same as the breath. You cannot see it, but we have this union with the breath. It says new love is forming. Maybe this is not just new romance in our life. Maybe it is. Maybe that's something, summer of love, right? It is summer solstice. This is a great time to really fall in love with spirit, to fall in love with yourself. So maybe it's a reunion. It says eternal union. So it's our soul union, coming back to that of our soul. Who are you at a soul level? Maybe we can be in love with each other within ourselves and then be in love with each other. So take a moment to think, like, where in our life can it be more in myself, be more in union. Where in life can I really embrace myself, embrace all that I have, all the intelligence I have, all my skills and my talents. I'm a whole package. How can I embrace more of that within inside of myself? Maybe we can use this summer of love to be a summer to fall back in love, to find that eternal union and connect with ourselves also too. She has her hand on his chest, on his heart, so maybe this is a practice we can do, is like hand on the chest. Feel the heart beating, really be in union with our heartbeat, really connect to that sensation. Also taking care of our physical form, like self-care. When you shower, what do you do? Like, do you just like slap on the soap and shower, or do you actually take time to really like linger on your body and wash it? And then when you finish, how do you dry your body? Just rub your body, or do you really dry between your toes? Do you dry your ears out? And then once you finish drying, what do you put on your body? Do you just go nothing on your body, or do you put on some cream and just like slap it on? Or do you take time to rub it into your fingers, into your hands, into your feet? This sort of self-love, self-caring. When we fall in love with ourselves, we start to shift our vibration, and then we become the change that we wish to see in the world. I think this foundation, this rootedness, this spiritual evolutionness is asking us, each of us, to fall in love with ourselves, but really fall in love with our soul. Not from a vain perspective. Most of us can tell ourselves, you're beautiful, and some of us may feel even uncomfortable saying that to ourselves. So maybe practice that. If it feels uncomfortable, start with a smile, and then maybe say, I love you, or you're beautiful, or look at just how perfect you can allow things to work out when you just take a deep breath. We can simplify it. We can make it easier on ourselves to really embrace that part of our soul. But know that your soul's intelligence is with you, and that as we step into this soul intelligence, we start to find ourselves, who we are. Again, our energy body seems to shift and will shift. Maybe we can take this moment when the moon is full to really step into this shiftedness of who we are and why we're here. So your invitation is to fall in love with yourself, and to fall in love with others around you. But the more you love you, the more easy it is to fall in love with others around you. So hopefully that made some sense. From my heart to yours, may you be blissfully blessed and have a beautiful day. Namaste. And again, this is Belinda Pearl. You can always find me at belindapearl.com.